Hello, everybody, and welcome to the $25,000 Triton Poker Series tournament final table highlights. And this was a very recent table highlight. It happened like 9 days ago, so very, very fresh. And let's just jump straight into the action. And we have Jason Kuhn here, opening under the gun. So Jason Kuhn is actually a player I really, really like. Recently listened to a podcast by him. He was talking in his podcast how he's playing a lot of high variance style, high variance format games like a short deck and PLO, and he's just like playing on apps and just learning to play different formats that the recreational players are playing. So this guy is really not afraid of variance. He will just follow the recreational players around. He can learn a new format if he needs to. He's not afraid to challenge himself, so definitely a very dangerous player in the ring. I don't know what Cheng is thinking about in here. I think this is a fold for the Queen-9 suited in the small blind. He's not very deep though, so maybe there could be some merit to calling. I'm not exactly sure with the ranges in MTTs. And it runs into the aces. That's very, very unlucky against Dan Smith. I think he's some kind of a reg. Unlucky hand for Jason Kuhn. And we can actually check Jason Kuhn's database after this hand. Oh, he got no help on the flop. Maybe a club on the turn.
Could get interesting, and
a queen could mean some
Wow.
help. He's just table talking here at this, big buy-in table. It just shows how relaxed he is. It's not the first time he's playing that big of a stakes. GG, Jason Kuhn is out, but I don't think he's too bumped about it. He's definitely getting a lot of experience by playing all these, high variance style games, and he gets just used to variance. And if we would check his database, I don't think he's doing too bad. $56 million in winnings. And we can see from the history he played like lots of Triton poker events, the VSOP, and all kinds of other tournaments that are happening around. So he's consistently in the scene of high roller tournaments. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get some better luck next time. Keep in mind that the $56 million doesn't correspond to his net worths because the databases don't include the buy-ins. So we don't know actually exactly how much of this number is the buy-ins to the tournaments, maybe selling some action and some other stuff. But he's definitely doing all right for himself, that's for sure. And let's take at the first hand, which is featuring our superstar of this final table, which is Polus. Polus is a well-known high-stakes spin-and-go reg. He's from Lithuania, and he made a lot of loose plays, or maybe plays that look loose for an unexperienced eye at the table, and he's just jamming here 9-6 off in the small blind. And Cheng is having a decision in the big blind. I wonder how deep is he? 2.8 million chips. 2.8 million chips, and the blinds are 300k, so it's 9.3 big blinds. A jam for 9.3 big blinds. Definitely putting some pressure for ICM on the Cheng, and he could be overfolding even compared to like Nash Equilibrium. So definitely putting a lot of pressure on the short stack. I'm not sure if he's the shortest stack or not, and I'm not sure about the pay jump, so not really know how to interpret the ICM model in here, but he gets the call, and it's pretty much a flip. Pretty loose showdown from both sides. And let's see if Polus can get some help on this self. Yeah, he gets a 9. He gets a nice 9 on this board.
Shows up on the flop, as now dire straights for Cheng, who enjoyed a couple of doubles right away.
Cheng doesn't look too happy after that flop. Yeah, the face doesn't look too excited, that's for sure.
Alone ace.
Can Polus hold?
Can he connect and remain intact?
Only 3 aces, 3 outs. That's a clean river. That
End of the road
is an
for China's
elimination.
Chen Guancheng. Gave it all he
Yep,
had.
so jamming 9-6
Obviously,
off,
9-6
pretty
off
loose,
against ace-4,
pretty
almost
loose
the
jam,
3-2 favorite.
but
Nothing
he
really
definitely
could
had
do.
his reasons to jam that combo in here. And
Polus
we
lamenting
can
the
hop
loss of
into
his
the
fellow Buck.
next hand featuring Polus.
Showman not in the booth right now.
Rom just open folded
We can see him
fives in the low jack.
again in the small blind, just as last time. Again, some kind of reg in the big blind, I guess.
Too much ICM pressure.
We can hear the people cheering for
Here we just get
for
that
Polus or maybe for some other tournaments happening simultaneously. I'm not sure. He's jamming king 3 off. Again, some very loosey looking hands. 2.1. He froze in. He just threw all the time chips in here. Like he really wants to take some time to think about it. 2.1 million chips and 400k blinds. 5 big blinds. Yeah, I'm not sure about the ICM spot in here. And I'm pretty sure the villain will make the call. Yeah, he does make the call.
Let's go.
And another
And not
flip
performing terribly at all against
coming
King 3,
into
as
the
you can see,
showdown.
48% equity with his tournament life on
Polus
the
is
line.
ahead, 52% equity. Not too bad, not too bad, you know. Anything above 50, I heard it's great.
Burn down. 3 off the
Hey,
top,
and we
it's
get a king.
high
We get a
flop
king for Polus.
deflation for 6-7.
A lot of loose hands, the jamming pre, you know, putting his opponents into tough spots. He definitely is abusing his big stack and abusing all the small stacks at a final table. He definitely knows how to apply pressure.
5 outs.
And there is
one
some
time.
hope for Maxim here. Let's see if anything happens on the river. Nothing really happened on the river.
Yep.
The river bricked out
5 of
and
hearts.
Polus secured this
Will bring his run here
flip. And
in the silver main.
we have some more loose hands that Polus have played in this final table. Even though Polus looks so loose, he actually is a pretty good high stakes regs. He has his own stable in Spin Crew, I think it's called, or something like that. This is the guy. And I actually used to watch his streams back when he was streaming during COVID. And I'm pretty sure his stable is doing all right. He's like some kind of partner, has some kind of graph posted in here. What is this? Spin EV plus rake back. Yeah, the graph is looking pretty nice. Of course, it is just the EV plus rake back. So actually the true green line can be way far away from this reality. But if they split the EV, they can actually run according to the EV. And yeah, this graph looks pretty nice. I'm pretty sure his stable is doing pretty good. And
Well, that's a good start.
we can see
Ace
what will he
queen.
do in this hand.
Patience
We got some
rewarded for
ace queen
Fallich.
off, jamming in the cutoff, very strong jam, less than 2 big blinds.
There's a lot more testosterone in that all-in than I think the chips really warranted.
The commentators are roasting the guy like a lot more testosterone in this all-in than the chips in his stack. That is true. Only not even 2 big blinds jamming in here.
A call here.
And we got Joseph
And the thought
with
behind
7-4
taking that
off in
call
the
with
small
7-4
blind.
Offsuit Rast as we see punishment from Paulie V wagging the finger.
Whoa! What happened here? So he called in the small blind, and yeah, I don't know what is this tax? 9 million, 29 million. Yeah, it's a pretty dangerous call on the small blind. A pretty speculative call. I guess he just wanted to go to the flop freeways, but yeah, having seen the stable image of Polus, I think this is suicidal to just flatten the small blind. You'll get jammed here so often, and so Polus did with ace-2 off in here, applying pressure again. He's basically capping himself by just calling in a small blind a lot. Maybe he traps some aces from time to time, but mainly his range is very, very weak when he jams, when he calls, and so Polus jams on top, gets him out of the way, and he's not in the best shape against ace queen. Not in the best shape. He will need definitely some help in here. Let's see if he can get this help on this flop.
Probably not worth it to put in that 700,000.
Not a lot of help. Not a lot of help.
Obviously, he really wants to bust Roman.
He has
right?
some
Really
twos.
good for him from an
Yeah,
ICM
some
perspective.
outs to
That
the
said,
flush draw.
Polus is going to punish
Oh, now it
him.
looks more promising. Now it looks way more promising
It looked
suddenly.
as though Prabic
He gets some
was
flush draw
smooth
outs.
sailing with ace-queen on the ace-jack six
Again,
board.
some
Suddenly
very
a very
loose
threatening
ISOs,
club on
loose
the turn
jams,
here.
and we get the supporting team in here. Probably his
Delegation
friends.
looking for the flush, and in it comes
Friends or
in
family,
the
not
back
sure.
door.
Somebody came here to watch him.
Unjust.
Everybody's cheering for him. Yeah, it's a very nice rundown. What can I say? Happy for Polus. Really got this. It's very important flip. You can see the flag of Lithuania is definitely. All the guys in here are from Lithuania. Came to support him.
I've gotten a little bit used to having to deal with the
And let's see another hand
minefields
that happened in this final
here
table.
on the Triton Super High Roller Series. But Alex
Joseph,
is
the
lost.
Lucy guy again, jams his pocket sevens, or no, he opens his pocket sevens.
I'm drawing dead.
Polus here with the tens. I think this is the dream spot when you build up this very loose image. You'll get called very lightly when you jam your pocket tens, and that's exactly what he's going to do.
This is the spot where Chong
Gonna take some time to tank. Yeah, that's right. Keep the balance in and just jamming in. Of course, you're gonna get called by the sevens, right? Yeah, it was very fast call.
Streets. This could be the last street he navigates in this one.
Queen 5 deuce board.
Yeah, that's a flop that didn't help Joseph. He's drawing very thin.
Covered.
Very thin. The turn doesn't help him either.
Needed.
Up. I jumped the wrong hand.
Similar, hang on, rip and maybe at some point.
Let's go back to the turn didn't help him either, and the river just breaks out.
No, the
And
board
Polus secures
pairs.
another nice elimination.
Player logjam is broken to the delight of the Lithuanian supporters.
Lithuanian supporters, I'm pretty sure they're cheering a lot for the guy. Very good friends of his that came here probably cheering for every all-in. Maybe somebody has a piece of him also in this tournament. I'm not sure exactly what it's like, $25,000 buy-in. So yeah, you need like 2 million, 2.5 million, maybe like to play these kind of tournaments. I'm not sure how deep is the field. So I don't know. Maybe he have sold some action for some friends. Maybe not. Hard to tell. But if you're a friend watching your friend and you have a piece of him, it's always very entertaining in a tournament. That's for sure.
Major response required kind of thing. Okay.
And the final hands of this tournament, we have heads up, small blind, big blind, and Polus jammed, king free off in the small blinds, and the big blind called. And yeah, this looks like a pretty loose jam right in the small blind with the king free off. Let's see how deep are they in this spot. So 22.5 million effective, and the blinds are 1.6 million.
King 3 off and got called by Queen Jack suited.
So it's 14 big blinds effective.
Something like 14 big blinds effective.
Oh, that's what he said. 14 big blinds effective. The commentator.
It could be worth 100K for King 3, but the Jack 5-4 board.
Deuce. I'll take deuce.
I'll take a deuce, he says. I'll take a deuce. Well, let's go back in here. He said something more when he just jammed the spot.
Yeah, it looks like Polus jammed the
Priekis. King 3.
Jack suited.
Priekis, king 3 prieš king jack. He says, I'm ahead. I have king 3 versus king jack. And when a spin and go reg says to you, I'm ahead in an all-in situation, you can trust that he knows his shit. Because the spin and go regs have seen so many all-ins with so many hands, so they basically know by heart the equities of any combo against any combo. So when he sees it, he knows he's ahead, not by a lot, close to a flip, but he's definitely ahead.
And King 3.
King 3 for 14 big blinds. Let's see actually the Nash. King 3 for 14 big blinds. Yeah, King 3 off. Oh, sorry, this is suited. King 3 off, you can jam it for 12.2 big blinds at equilibrium. Probably Polus was not afraid to jam a bit of a wider range. Maybe he thinks his opponent is not calling according to Nash. So he gets to realize more EV with a wider range for open jamming here in the small blind.
In front cozy
He really needs some help.
85%.
Oh, he gets the king on the turn.
Now, all of a sudden,
Yeah, the Lithuanian supporters are
king on the
cheering
turn.
for Polus.
not out of the woods yet, but certainly sitting very pretty. 89%, things toggling back over.
89% is pretty good equity to have on this spot, you know,
for
for the first place
for the German.
of this high stakes tournament. And it breaks out.
An end
And it breaks
to
out.
was a
What a
very
ending! What an
hard-fought
ending! So the loose player finally
final
gets to
table.
win the tournament. Cheers, all his friends, and high fives to
roller coaster
everybody.
ride for Polus.
That's a very nice vibe. Very nice
By
vibe. So a bit of a loose jam here in heads up, but I'm pretty
Earned
sure
it, Rast.
you know Polus knows better. He has his own reasons.
I mean, I think both of these guys played quite well.
Also, the both places got. The second place was a million. How much did the first place got? I was also a million, so they were like pretty close. Maybe they made a deal. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it's just the payout structure. So they both got a milli, both first and second place. So they're definitely not struggling. Definitely not struggling. Polus looks pretty happy here. What can I say? We can check out his database. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's doing all right. He has a nice $1.8 million in winnings, and the best live cash probably was this recent Triton Series event, won 1,077K. And yeah, if we take a look, he plays a little bit of tournaments. He played like the Triton Series, a few of the high roller tournaments. Plays some VSOP, Kings of Tallinn, EPT Prague. He definitely just travels around, plays the best series available that have a convenient travel. For him, it's funny how he played this 500 euro tournaments in Lithuania. This is my hometown, actually, my hometown casino. Yeah, they offer some games from time to time, and you get like these bigger tournaments. They happen very rarely, though, and it's funny how high rollers, you know, come to play these 500 euro tournament, just like 130 euro tournament, and just, you know, enjoying himself, killing some time, I guess, while he's waiting for something else. Or yeah, so the guy plays a little bit from time to time of some live poker. He's definitely known for his presence online in the high stakes spin and go scene. Definitely a very respectable high stakes spin and go reg. And yeah, once again, congratulations, Polus, for the win. It's a very nice table, very loose plays, lots of aggression, some nice run. Let's see what the comment says. Maybe it makes me a bad person, but I really hated watching him getting that lucky. Jamming pre and winning all-ins with 9-6, king-3, ace-deuce. Hey, it's called short stack tournament strategy, my friend. Get used to it. The deck was made for Polus. Maybe it was, but guess what? Every tournament winner has always some run good. It's impossible to win a tournament without running good. You know, just goes back to Chris Moneymaker. You just have to run good to win a tournament. And then, you know, the good players just win a little bit more chips when they run good and lose a little bit less chips when they run bad. And that makes all the difference. I'm pretty sure Polus had his reasons to jam all these loose hands, especially the final table. I'm pretty sure when people are so afraid to get busted, they will not call these very loose Nash equilibrium hands. So we can see in the Nash caller, this is for heads up, of course, not multi-way, but still, if you're jamming looser, is your opponent really calling like king 4 off at 9 big blinds? Is your opponent really calling like jack 8 off at 7.6 big blinds or jack 9 off at 9.5 big blinds? So I guess Polus was just expecting him to not call out the proper range, and I'm pretty sure Polus knows this range by heart very, very good. This is the bread and butter of spin and go regs. And he had his own reasons to do his plays, and it worked out great for him. Congratulations again, and I'll catch you up in the next video. Bye-bye.